Good morning, everyone. It's August 17th, 2026, and this morning I'm walking around the Laguna Mountains just east of where I live in Alpine, just a few minutes east, and I'm in the Laguna Meadow area, just getting some exercise. I thought I would talk about a trip I took back in 2012, the end of June, beginning of July. It was a 4-day trip to the Pine Creek trailhead up to the Royce Lakes area. Checked out the beautiful Royce Lakes and also climbed Royce Peak on that trip. It was what, 14 years ago, something like that. A little over 14 years ago. Had a lot more energy back then. But yeah, beautiful trip. So the trip out to Pine Creek trailhead for me, it's about a 7 or 8 hour drive from Alpine, California to the trailhead. Back in those days, I would get up at midnight or 11 at night or something like that, drive all night long or all morning long, arrive at the trailhead at 7 in the morning, hop out of my car, throw my backpack on and go to work. I can't quite do that anymore. I'm approaching 60. Can't believe it. So what I do nowadays is I drive out during the day, basically, arrive at the trailhead at around between 3 and 6 in the evening, late afternoon, sleep in my car, and then I wake up nice and early, depending on what kind of elevation I'll be covering and sun exposure and all that type of stuff. I'll head out early in the morning, get to where I'm going to camp my first night around 10 or 11 in the morning, nice and early. That's when your pack is the heaviest and your body is getting used to hiking. And in most of the locations I go to, I'm in excess of 8,000 feet or higher in elevation, so your body needs to adjust to that also. But yeah, and that's what I did in this case. So I think I got to Golden Lake at around 10 or 11 in the morning, something like that. And that was quite the elevation change. I think the trailhead is around 7,000 feet. I might be wrong, 7,000 or 8,000 feet. I'll put the actual trailhead elevation down below right now. And Golden Lake is, I think, 10,800 or something feet high. So you're talking about, you know, a little over 3,000 feet of elevation gain with a heavy pack on the first day. So, whoo! I'm not sure I could do that anymore. Like I said, I started at the Pine Creek trailhead and made my way up to the first Pine Lake, then the second Pine Lake, up toward Honeymoon. And on this trip I had so much energy I made it all the way up to a lake called Golden Lake. Very beautiful lake, just right around tree line, 10,500 feet, something like that. Stayed the night there, took some beautiful photographs in the morning before the sun came up of the ridge up toward the Royce Lakes. Also kind of a tree line there is a lake called Honeymoon Lake. Stayed the night there a few times in the past on my way up to other locations, but really pretty. You're kind of in the trees down there, so a lot of the view is of the big peaks to the west are kind of blocked by the trees. But yeah, I tried one time. I got up early in the morning and was able to get a couple of nice shots from some beautiful scenes of the Royce Ridge, or whatever you call that over there, toward the Royce Lakes. Packed everything up, continued up, and Went up and over the Royce saddle. Everything's called Royce, I guess. Not everything, I promise. So the Royce saddle is about 12,200 feet or so in elevation. And made my way to my camp, which was the middle lake of the Royce Lakes, smaller of the 5. It was the one I was after because I'd seen a beautiful reflection photograph from somebody on the internet of Miriam Peak in that lake. And I wanted to be sure I caught that in the morning. Set up my tent, kind of checked the area out, took a bunch of photographs of all the surrounding peaks, reflected in the still sort of early in the morning waters where there was some shadow from the peaks, and got some nice reflections of the area. On a previous trip that I took to Lake Italy, into the Granite Park area, I did a cross-country trip up toward Feather Peak via the Granite Park Pass, and that was really beautiful. Boy, some of the best views are definitely not along the trail, but took a selfie or two up there, and that was the northernmost of the Royce Lakes, with Feather Peak directly to the west. Yeah, just incredibly beautiful. Then I hiked back to the Pine Creek Trail in Granite Park there with all those unnamed lakes. Granite Park is a beautiful area as well. I'll put a couple of photos of some of my Granite Park trips up here. And then on that trip, hiked back out. Lake Italy was beautiful. Went over Italy Pass, dropped down into that basin back there, the first lake being Jumble Lake, I believe, and then camped on the shore of Lake Italy with beautiful Mount Hilgard to the north. But yeah, that was another great Sierra outing. Look at all those woodpecker holes. Let me get a little closer to this tree here. Let's see if you can see all these holes from woodpeckers. Look at that. All the way up. And somebody shoved, probably chipmunks, I would imagine, or maybe the woodpeckers themselves, shoved little acorns in there. You see that? Kind of neat. So anyway, I camped that night, woke up in the morning, got my shots of Miriam Peak reflected in that lake. So yeah, I woke up nice and early, well before sunrise, while camped at that middle lake in the Royce Lakes Basin there, and just kind of waited for the morning glow, that very subtle light to hit Miriam Peak. And then I snapped away. There's so many beautiful compositions in that area there that I could probably do just a half an hour photo slide video of all the photographs that I took. Hundreds, of course. But absolutely beautiful, beautiful light. It didn't have any clouds either. It was still that beautiful. Some places, clouds actually create too much in the photo, and I believe that's the case there. Looking at Miriam Peak from that middle lake. After that, I decided, you know what, I'm going to go for a walk, and decided to climb Royce Peak, which is a little over 13,000 feet. I'll put the exact elevation down below. It's just north of Miriam Peak, which is just shy of the... Ooh, look at that view. Take a quick break here. Look at that view. Pretty. That's looking west from where I'm at here. So Miriam Peak is not quite as tall as Royce Peak. So yeah, made my way up to the Miriam Royce saddle and then climbed the south ridge and obtained the summit. And boy, beautiful views up there. Yeah, the summit of Royce Peak. It's one of those great big flat summits. Not like a knife edge, like some peaks, like some mountaintops. So you could walk around. I don't think you could stand in one area and have a clear view of all four, north, south, west, and east. You got to kind of move around, get over some of the big boulders that are on top to get those views, but just spectacular. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful views from the summit of Royce Peak. Made my way back down, captured a few more photos in the area, and made it back to camp. And even back in those days, I took an afternoon nap. Some clouds started rolling in, so I was able to get some nice shots of Miriam Peak, where my camp was there. Just beautiful. So yeah, ended up spending the night again. Woke up early the next morning. Got some more photographs of the area, of course. And decided, instead of going the cross country back the way I came through Royce Saddle, decided to head further south, connect with Pine Creek Pass, and go back down to the Pine Creek trailhead from the pass there. A lot of beautiful scenes on the way down from there also. Of course, I'd been there over that pass a few times prior and since this trip, going to various locations. All right, so anyway, I hope you enjoyed me revisiting one of my past trips. Done so many of them that I didn't do any videos on because I just wasn't all about that back then. Not that I am now, but it's just too easy to hold a camera, give a little description, and talk about some of those beautiful areas that I've visited over the years. I mostly like watching them myself, actually. I think most of the views that I get are from me, which is good, which is totally fine. You will never see me ask for anyone to subscribe to my channel. And I hope you enjoy the videos if you're one of those that are watching them. I enjoy making them. I really enjoy revisiting a lot of these past trips that I've gone on. So hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it wasn't too long or boring or any of that stuff. And we'll see you on the next one. you.